Okay, so I'm gonna show you how to tie, and I'll tell you what, let me have you step right here. I am tying to this rail, okay? Typically you actually won't tie on a rail because like most rails are pretty temporary.
Yeah.
And if a horse pulls it, they can pull it off. These rails are anchored because I do a lot of training in here.
Yeah.
So you see how it's anchored there and anchored around. So these rails aren't gonna go anywhere. But like if you're at a roping, never tie to the rail. It's a big, that's a big no-no, okay? If you're at a show, you never tie to the rail, ever. So when we tie, we're gonna tie what's called a quick release knot, okay? Basically, you're going to take your rope and make a loop. Okay. When you make your loop, you're going to come around whatever you're tying to. All right. Then you're going to take the tail of your rope, and I'll walk through it a couple times for you. But you'll take the tail of your rope and make another loop, and you'll pass it through this loop. Okay. So now you got another loop, and then what I'll do is every time I make a new loop, I'm going to cross under the shank of my lead rope. Okay. So I'm going to come under, new loop, come through, under, new loop, come through, under. So I'm kind of daisy chaining it, right?
Yeah.
And so once I'm done with that, I'll kind of slide it all down there, and so it's kind of secure there. And then if I want to pull my horse loose, I can just pull all that, and I can get him loose quickly, like in an emergency situation.
Gotcha.
Okay. So I'm gonna show you that one more time. So you're gonna make a loop, and you're gonna just go under and through, under and through, under and through. And now if I were to kind of like walk away from my horse and leave him unattended, I would take the tail of this and pass it through, and that locks it. That way he can't pull himself loose.
Gotcha.
Make sense? And then if I want to untie it, I'll just reach above that and pull all the way through. Is when you do these loops, make sure you either hold it like this or hold it like this. Just make sure your finger's never through, because then if he sits back, you can lose a finger, right? So just be careful about how you're holding those loops so those fingers aren't caught in there. And then by starting small, it just gives you a little bit more room so that it's nice and clear. I'll let you do that one more time.
Yeah, let me try.
Do that a couple times, get you the hang of that. Good. Go under, yep, you got it. Perfect.
Let me just push this.
Well done. Very good. And if you were to walk away, you could just tie it through, or you know it works. Pull through.